for you today, and here it is. I am inheriting an IRA from my father who recently passed away. What should I consider before taking a distribution of the death proceeds? Where do we start?
Well, that's, you're classified as a non-spouse beneficiary, and the IRS has some very specific rules about how you're going to take that money. So if I could tell you anything, it would be proceed with caution. I mean, let the lights go off, because you want to go talk to a tax professional and get a plan for how you're going to take distribution. Now,
just let me interrupt. Distribution, just because you've inherited this doesn't mean you have to take it all out.
That's right. A lot of people think, I've got it, I'm going to pay my house off, buy me a new boat, and I'm going to live life on Dad's IRA money. Well, you're going to pay a lot of income tax when you do that. So you need a good game plan. You can stretch it. Now, the rule says you got to stretch it over your lifetime. They use a similar calculation as to the RMD, the required minimum distribution.
Right.
So you want to find out what that is if you take that route. You can stretch it over a 5-year period. You can defer it for 5 years, then take it. That gives you time to get your plan in place, how you're going to handle the taxes, things like that. You can take a little bit every year up until that 5th year, but at that 5th year, you got to have it all out. So that's the rule on that. Now, a lot of people ask in situations like this, I'm only 35, 40 years old. What about that 10% early distribution penalty? They waive that. Since you're a beneficiary, that's waived, whether you take a lump sum or a stretch or whatever.
Okay.
So you're not going to be imposed that, but you are going to pay ordinary income tax.
Yeah.
And that could raise you into a higher tax bracket, probably will, and it's going to force you to have higher taxes on all of your money, just not what you inherit.
Right.
So you want to remember that. Now, if it's a 401k, a SEP IRA, or a simple IRA, those are all transferred into a traditional IRA, inherited IRA for you, and then you have to determine your distribution.
Okay.
So all of that comes into play, but probably the main thing is you definitely want to make sure you talk to tax people, all right? Roth, if it's part of it's a Roth or all of it's a Roth, as long as it's past the 5th year, your dad had it more than 5 years, then it's all tax-free to you. Roth is always tax-free.
Right.
If you're within that 5 years, say he set it up 3 years ago and then passed away, you're still within that 5 year. You can get the principal out tax-free. The gains will be treated as a taxable distribution. So there's a lot of rules.
Yeah.
A lot of rules.
Got it. Talk to an expert.
Yeah,
so
that's
much to
it.
Talk to an expert, get some advice, get a plan in place before you make a decision. You don't have to do anything right now.
True.
You can get your ducks in a row and then go from there.